guys, welcome to Gary Gaming TV and welcome to Planet Nomads. First things first, I know there's a blip in the sound. I have no idea what's causing it. It only does it when I'm doing Planet Nomads. I have tried even recording with Audacity. There's a separate recording, still blips. I need to look into it to figure it out. I do not have time to do this at the minute, so on this video guys, I apologise. As far as I can see, it is only Planet Nomads that's doing it. So, this is a quick review of Planet Nomads. Crane Balls has kindly given me a Steam key to have access to this game. And I have to say, great thank you to you guys. I've been looking at this game for quite a while now. But with events and stuff, I haven't been able to actually afford it. I think it's about 15-20 quid on Steam. But as some of you know, I had a little one on the way. And he was born just over 2 weeks ago now. I think like 19 days in or something. So I've not really had the time or been able to afford the luxuries of games anymore at the moment. So thank you very much, Crane Balls. So let's get into it. This is a little bit like Space Engineers, and a little bit like, well, I suppose it's a bit like Space Engineers Survival. You can build your bases and your vehicles and stuff, and you have to survive. And the skyboxes are gorgeous in this game, by the way. As well as the graphics themselves, to be fair, they're really good. I'm not sure what the actual size of the planets are, but they're pretty damn big. This is where I landed with a bang. And as you see, you get your multi-tool there, and you can actually deform the terrain. So I was mucking about the other day doing stuff and looking for things. And as you see, you can actually, if you find a good vein, you can harvest stuff from it. Not all the time though. Again, I'm not sure whether that's because of that landing there or not, I don't know. But that's pretty cool. You can also cut the trees down and use them for your biomass, which is used to power these biomass generators, and also to make other things in the game, which I shall show you in a second. Sorry for the slight choppiness of the game, guys. Again, can't do nothing about that. It's just the way XSplit works with the equipment I've got. My graphics card is only a 4 gig card, and as these games are coming out, they're requiring more juice from the graphics cards. And again, I haven't got the card to do it, so I am waiting for the Asus Strix AMD Vega 64 card to come out, which is early September. That's going to be an 8 gig card with the HBM2 tech, so fingers crossed I can get that, and that's going to give my computer a hell of a boost. Everything else in my rig is new except the graphics card, so fingers crossed guys, that is going to help me with the recordings a lot. So with the apologies all done, this is my little base that I'm doing. As you see, this is a little 3D printer. This is a medium one, and this is used for like rank 1 or Mark 1 and Mark 2 stuff. So there is a larger printer for more higher tech gear, and it's basically a progression to get to that. So if you hit the B key, you will see all the things. So like ceiling lights I can't do yet because I haven't made a reinforced wall exterior or interior joint. So everything's locked behind a sort of progression. Some of these things will require materials that are going to be like a higher sort of tier stuff. So things like that there you can see needs like stage or Mark 2 chips and things like that. So that might mean aluminium. So you might have to go a little bit further away from your start zone to find this sort of thing. Which makes you get out there and adventure a little bit more. And always the further away from your base you get, the rarer stuff you will find, which is pretty cool. Again, it makes you build the vehicles and things like that. So if we go over to the vehicle while I'm out here, you can see it's all modular. You build it up again like Space Engineers with your bits and bats. But the cool thing is everything's adjustable. It's clear suspension. As you see, you can set the pressure. Go to the wheels. You can set the speed, the steering, the directions. The only thing is you have to be connected to the battery for power. Now that is a pain if you want to go fairly quick and you want a good bit of power. So I suppose on these I could just do 2 batteries per wheel, one on the front, one on the back, and give it some power that way. If you've got a lot of batteries powering a lot of things, say you've got more stuff on the back of here that you need power for, it gets very complicated very quickly. So I'm hoping they can look into a way of creating a bank of batteries. We're connecting 4 together and then having them being able to connect to multiple objects, like your generators inside. That would be pretty cool. Or even allow you to build a generator on the back. I don't know if you can. I haven't tested it yet. We'll have to see. But that'd be pretty cool. But I do like building the vehicles. They are sweet and really cool looking. I'm hoping in the future, maybe, please, they can make it so we can have aircraft. Even if it's like a helicopter or some sort of prop, like an Osprey or something like that, just flying around. Doesn't need to be jet engines or anything fancy like that. But some sort of prop would be class, and then you could fly around because, as I say, these planets are fairly big. Some of the terrain is fairly rough. It'd be nice to be able to fly around and see the planet in a different way as well. The skyboxes are gorgeous. And if I knock into my base here, and you see we're in build modes, you can see what your power things are connected to. That one's connected to a few things. So you can see your power consumption, there's quite a lot, and what time's left before it uses all your biomass. See there, I have loads of biomass now because they've actually upped the amount of biomass the trees give you. And you can see your lights are powered up and all that sort of. That one seems to be powered by magic, to be fair. Yeah, that's not getting a line to it. Okay. So you can do your usual things in a survival game. Build your little greenhouses. This helps you create like water and dried fruits and nutrition tablets and all that sort of stuff. You have your stasis pod there, which helps you rest. And then your little medical bay here for. This is a compact one, which is pretty damn big. But obviously, the bigger, more elaborate bases you get, the more cool stuff you can make. This little thing here is a little distributor thing. It helps you distribute stuff from your inventories by Wi-Fi, which you can see this little tab over here. It tells you when you're in range of that, so you can actually empty that storage by building or whatever while that's up. While I've got this open, I will show you this little bit here is your health. This is your rest, food, water, basic survival stuff. This around it is your battery, so that's your suit battery. And then when I have my weapon out, this is how much battery your weapon has got, and this is how much battery you have in storage. So if I had 2 batteries in there, it'd be 300, I think. But when that's run out of battery, don't worry, it will use your suit battery, which will regenerate. So you still have the ability to collect stuff. As you see, you can actually upgrade your suits, and they will give you different things. In a minute, I can only get to Mach 2. Don't have the necessary armory to build the next ones up. As you see, it increases your stats quite nicely. And then your jetpack gives you a slightly bigger backpack, and energy sources is 20% better or something like that. So that's really, really handy and really cool. And your weapon gets more ammo and that sort of stuff. How do you use it? So pretty basic stuff. And what I'll do is I'll jump in here and get it to night time. So you can sleep here, that gets you rest up. Because it's a stasis pod, it also gives you more food and water. And there's a wee timer on the top left. And as you sorted. Wow, sun's only there. Must be long days on this planet. Tell you what, we'll go back in and sleep again. There we go, it's getting dark now. So full day night cycle, full weather cycle. It can rain pretty heavy. Getting a wee bit misty now. As you see, it's really, really beautiful skyboxes. You can have, you see all these little, on the side of here and here. Oops. And here, especially storage boxes. That is so you can connect. Where are they? Conveyor belts. So you can basically have. There is actually a large storage facility. Well, there it is. A large container to put all your stuff in, and you can have multiple conveyors coming out of there, going to certain things, going to, I don't know, printers, or for example your energy things over here. So you can just put stuff in one container or two, and it'll just constantly feed it out, which is really, really, really handy, especially if you get these massive bases. I don't know how it goes through roofs and that. I haven't practiced with that yet. I do need to start the conveyor stuff just to have a nose and play with it. But the complexity is pretty cool in the game, to be fair. Again, animal life is varied. Some will attack, some won't. Plant life is the same. Some's dangerous, some's not. Your resources are pretty much what you'd think. You know, silicon, iron, carbon, titanium, gold, copper, you know, aluminium, you know, usual stuff. Further away from your base, the rarer this stuff is. So it makes you adventure a little bit. As you see, there's a beautiful skybox for the game. Absolutely stunning. And the wildlife at night is pretty, you know, some things glow. Some things don't. So it looks really, really nice at night. These you can harvest for fruit, as you see, herbs and seeds, and that'll replenish after time. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I'll show you a few animals here. See, the inside of these is pretty good, and I do have this to steer opposites, so I can get a really tight turning circle with this, which is good. I've no lights on this at the minute because I haven't unlocked them. I have the suspension pretty stiff on this as well at the moment, so I need to soften them up. But you see there's varied plant life and animals on here. There's some up there that are like, you know, alpha males and females and that sort of stuff. So that's pretty cool. And as you venture around, you'll come across different animals. There is water as well. You won't be able to see that at night though. And you collect dirty water, purify it, whoops, and you'll be grand. Another thing I would like is a handbrake for these things, because if you look, it just fucking rolls until you jump out. And then it just locks in place. So I would like some form of handbrake on these vehicles. And again, flying ones will be the duck nuts. You can build pretty complex and big bases with the quite impressive blocks that you have with your steps and your ramps and your inner walls and stuff like that. It is actually quite impressive what you can do. So even fences and stuff like that you can get into. So I'm interested to get more into these building blocks and see what I can create. Now, as I say, I'm going to do a let's play on this probably, and the cool thing about that is this base you see here, and this planet, this terrain, this setup will not be here. The planets are procedurally generated, so every time you start a new game, it's going to be different, which in my opinion is pretty damn cool. So replayability is quite high, and it's going to be really interesting because I think it'll move the biomes about. Say there's Arctic, there's like this temperate one, there's desert biomes, stuff like that. So, you know, the animals might be a bit different, the terrain's obviously different, and they'll be in different orders depending on which way you go and stuff. I mean, look, that's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that, absolutely gorgeous, just beautiful. So you can see your markers. You see I've got my base there. That is my little ship that you landed in, and over there is the water. That thing's getting a little close. Go away! You can build a machine gun to help protect yourself again. It's at a higher tier and I haven't got that yet. This is just my practice and mucking around one. So I'm really enjoying it. There's another planet. Oh, here comes the rain. Oh, this rain can actually hurt you. Sometimes it's poisonous. I'm going to go inside. Which is also cool because you can hear it hitting the metal. You hear that? That's really nice. And it will get heavy. Sometimes it'll stay light like that, and sometimes it'll get really heavy and hard to see. Sometimes you might get mist in the mornings and stuff. So the climate and temperatures and temperature changes, the climate, the rain, all that stuff also affects you as a player. So that's quite cool. Bit like Ark. Think of the survival bit like Ark, which is good. And again, these are like your gardens that you can grow stuff in. And you can build bigger ones as you go through. So it is a really cool game, guys. I'm loving it. I think Crane Balls are doing really well. They've got quite a lot of updates coming out. They update once a week, once every couple of weeks, depending on what's going on. Again, it is early access, it's not finished, so I'm hoping they're going to bring out more stuff. Maybe tinker and modify with a few things that some of the players are coming up with. And stuff like that. So, but they are doing a brilliant job. And I'm really enjoying it. So keep an eye out for my Let's Play, which will probably start when I get a new graphics card. Because at the minute, the Let's Plays I'm doing now is about the maximum, especially Farming Simulator, is the max this graphics card can handle at the minute. So I'm going to wait until I get my new card before I start doing any more new Let's Plays. And I need to sort out my desk and stuff because it is a mess with cabling. And a few other bits and bats. So, but keep an eye out for the channel. I will probably do a review of the graphics card. I have requested to see if I can get hold of a graphics card to do a review on, but I very much doubt that. I ain't big enough or have boobs. So, you know, my channel's nowhere near big enough for stuff like that. Although, to be fair, Asus ROG guys have paid attention to my video for the headset and are looking into the mic problem. I'm in correspondence with them guys. No updates as yet as what's going on over there though. But yeah, it is cool. I do have another few review videos to do yet for equipment. My new Logitech camera after the review for, and also the Asus backpack that I have for the laptop. Got to do one for that as well. So keep an eye on the channel for them guys. And yeah, I'm trying, as the Wii one gets more settled, I will be getting more videos out hopefully and getting back into the rhythm of things. He's doing good. He's 18 days old. But he's doing well, and my mummy is doing well as well. My partner is doing a brilliant job. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. If you have any questions or missed anything, ask in the comments down below. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to keep an eye out for other stuff or get information on videos, hit that subscribe button and check out my other social media sites for updated information, news on what's going on in the gaming world and things as well. Twitter, Twitch account, Facebook, all that sort of jazz. So again, I thank you for watching, and again, very sorry about the blips in the sound for speaking. Cannot rectify them, don't know what it is. But hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be sorted for the Let's Play as well. Thank you for watching, ladies and gents. See you later.